So you see, most importantly, indestructible awareness is without contrivance. And when it says that in resting as awareness and gaining familiarity with awareness, that there is nothing that need be done, it means that there's nothing that need be done about thoughts and emotions that appear. They'll vanish naturally on their own. There's nothing that needs to be done about that. It doesn't mean that we never do anything. We just sit around and never do anything. That isn't what it means. Again, there's no extreme to be taken. Not either that of a doer or no doer. The doer and the non-doer are not two. And you see, this can never be characterized or expressed in words. It's expressed only in the naturalness of being, in the complete open naturalness of being, in which there's never been a division anywhere. And that complete naturalness of being is really one, quite simply, of happiness and total joy and love. When we're not holding to thoughts and emotions and saying, oh, this one I indulge, this one I reject, when we're not holding to that, we're no longer throwing ourselves into the turmoil of on-love. Whether it's our own thoughts and emotions or other people's thoughts and emotions and words, they're equally empty of an independent nature. So we rest as indestructible awareness in the face of all appearances. And as indestructible awareness, though, then we live as wisdom. So our mind, the glow of wisdom shines from mind. And mind doesn't have an address. So we say mind, when we first hear that, we usually think it's in here somewhere. But the more we rest as the essence of awareness, we see that mind and awareness are synonymous, and they're indestructible, an indestructible infinite expanse. And then as we rest as that with our own thoughts and emotions and experiences, we see more and more that awareness really is indestructible. How do we see that? We're not affected by what appears. To us, it's like whatever appears in awareness is like light being poured into light, or space being poured into space. There's nothing that can be said about it. It's an expanse of complete evenness, of complete equalness, in which nothing that appears is unequal. And that is our sole source of contentment, of ease, of benefit, of immediate benefit to ourselves and immediate benefit to others. Now, but you know, when we're resting as indestructible awareness, then that is the basis of everything. So we don't get ruffled by these things that we were once ruffled by. And we see that awareness is indestructible in the immediacy of our own experience. It's not a philosophy we read about in a book, memorize, and then just repeatedly say to ourselves, oh, I'm indestructible awareness. That isn't the way it is. Awareness which can't be characterized in any way whatsoever is only known in the decisive experience of it, in which whatever appears is like light being poured into light. That's how we realize the indestructibility of awareness, in our own actual experience, where whatever appears in our thoughts, emotions, and experiences, we're able to just be with that, without impediment, without any kind of unease ever entering our being in any way. So there's just always this basis of ease. Even if there's tremendous upset, there's this basis of ease. We hear we're going to die of cancer, heart disease, or whatever it is. There's complete ease. The ground of complete ease is the entire experience of the hearing of it and anything else we might go through. Or, we have an accident or whatever it is. An indestructible awareness, there's never being pushed out of that because everything is that, so there's really nowhere to be pushed. There's just in the decisiveness of our own experience that which is unwavering and cannot be swayed by anything. This is very important. Now, when we talk about indestructible awareness, it's really important to know a little bit about what indestructible awareness is. So, traditionally, there are what are talked about as the 3 gates to indestructible awareness, or the 3 doors to liberation. And these are very, very, very important. So if you can, please pay attention to what I'm going to say. The first is emptiness, the great emptiness. That's one of the gates. Now, what does that mean? It means that indestructible awareness is forever flawless and empty. It's never had anything in it. Whatever appears is it, so it has never had anything at all in it. It's never had any taint or flaw or stain ever anywhere within it. It's stainless, flawless, pure space. This is the nature of the great emptiness. When we rest as indestructible awareness, we rest as that emptiness, as that complete emptiness of everything, no matter what it is. That emptiness, it states that everything is already at ease. As everything is stainless, everything is completely at ease. Its essence is complete contentment, complete contentment. And that emptiness is not a void. That emptiness simply states that everything, no matter what it is that appears, is awareness, and that it has no independent nature other than awareness. So no matter what appears, it has no substance or identity in its own right. This is the great emptiness, the great emptiness of indestructible awareness. No matter what appears, no matter how much power we've thought any appearance has had in the past, we find that it is stainless space. And we don't know that by thinking about it. We know that by the imperturbable ease of awareness that is the essence of our own being and that is naturally present in every moment. So in this way we realize the gate of emptiness, the great emptiness, that everything, no matter what it is absent of an independent origin, that it has never been produced. It's never been made into something. This is the great emptiness. Now, the second gate is absence of characteristics, or conceptionlessness. And this is very, very important. What this means is that indestructible awareness that is forever empty, stainless, and flawless. It cannot be characterized in any way. That means it cannot be expressed in words. So please stop trying to characterize it. Please stop trying, at least for a little while, to express it in your own words. Very often this is just another way of substantializing our own personal identity as being something, by having our own way of speaking about awareness, whatever that is, at least for a while. Please just rest as this great emptiness that does not need to be described in any way. Not through metaphoric approximation or any other way. Give yourself a break. Please give yourself a break. And the last gate is absence of speculation or absence of a goal. And what this gate implies is that we just rest as not needing to perpetuate the idea that there is some kind of goal or destination that we're headed to. There, in stainless space, there just is no destination. There's no goal anywhere. It's timeless, locationless. It doesn't have a center, a periphery. It doesn't have any description whatsoever. So there's nothing whatsoever to speculate about. So to get caught up in constantly thinking about a destination, like, am I there yet, or when am I going to be there, or I was there but then I fell out of it, or whatever it might be. Absence of speculation is to simply rest as no goal, to rest as no destination. No need to think about it, write about it, speak about it. So these three, the great emptiness that cannot be characterized in any way whatsoever, that is absent, completely absent of a goal, but has never been a goal or destination at any time, anywhere, to anyone. These are the three. Now this, just in talking about it, oh wow, what a relief, huh? Just complete ease. The complete ease of being just as it is. So yes, take it easy. Take it easy. There's no effort in light pouring into light. There's no effort in space pouring into space. There's no way to separate anything out from flawlessness. There never has been. And if you're ever meant to speak about flawless, stainless, indestructible awareness, those words will come like a flow of golden nectar that can't be stopped. But until that time, just give yourself a break. And just allow the complete ease of being that does not need to be described to be as effortless as it is. This is very easy, very simple, very direct. The naturalness of our own being guarantees indestructible awareness as it is. We would not have any awareness whatsoever of being here without indestructible awareness. So it's not a place we need to get to. It's just the indestructible awareness that is the complete perceptual openness of what is right here, that is complete and identical with every other moment. It's just that, without ever needing to get into descriptions about anything. And that awareness is a font. It's an unending fountain of love, wisdom, and energy. Love, wisdom, energy, completely inseparable from complete compassion. Completely, potently beneficial compassion. And what does that mean? Well, compassion means superb helpfulness. That's its practical application. Superb helpfulness, just the inability to even restrain or think about restraining in any way the flow of love, the flow of helpfulness, completely unrestrained. Seeing through everything, never seeing anything as anything other than itself. In seeing through everything, everything is equal, everything is even, no matter what it was before that. And so to just relax, to completely relax, and that, to know that everything as it is, even though it may have many, many descriptions, that's not its ultimate description. It's a vivid appearance of emptiness. That's its ultimate description. A vivid appearance of emptiness that can't be described in any way. It's completely indescribable. A lot of times we look for love by trying to arrange a lot of loving appearances, what we take to be loving appearances. But how do we really know what love is unless we're familiar with awareness, with our own awareness? We don't really know. Again, we only have a description about what love might be, or some ideas about what love might be. The love of our own being, in our own being, is already guaranteed. No one else can give it to us or take it away from us. When we go beyond the need to identify everything as a source of happiness or suffering related to a personal identity, then there's just wide open space, wide open love, wide open happiness, wide open joy. And when we think that love, happiness, and joy come from arranging appearances so that they'll be happy, joyous, and loving, then it's amazing when we find out that the source of happiness, joy, and love is simply awareness. Awareness that has no need to make stories out of everything that appears. All the stories made out of what appears are horror stories. There's no need to make anything out of anything. And this is wisdom. This is every appearance, no matter what it is a wisdom appearance. But if we make a story out of it that says it's something other than wisdom, then we can never know the true love at the basis. We can never know the true happiness at the basis. We can never know the true joy at the basis. So this is just as simple as relaxing. Relaxing into that which has no story. When the old familiar stories come up, this thought, that emotion, that memory, whatever it might be, to just relax. Relax as that which has never had a story about anything. Much easier way to live. There are lots of stories about everything these days. Have you noticed that? There are endless stories, and that's something we can count on. All of our lives there will be all these appearances and the endless stories about them. So, it's just up to us. How do we want to live? What's our storyline going to be? To understand thoughts and emotions in an ordinary way through psychology or intellectual speculation is so limiting. Then we only know a lifetime based on all kinds of conventional labels of what everybody has to say about everything. Oh, you're angry today because someone said something you didn't like, and because of that you're going to be in a bad mood all day, or whatever it is. So you see, this is the story. But if that appearance of anger comes up and there's no story, then there's no story. There's the ease of no story about anything. So in the beginning, it's as simple as, what do we want? The story. And it's roller coaster ride of emotional reactivity and compulsive thinking, or do we want to know the no story in the story? To allow ourselves just the complete ease of not describing anything is what it means to put an end to the story. All the stories, whatever they might be. And we all have them, no matter what they are. But, there's either the story or wisdom. But as long as there's story, there's no wisdom. And no story, there's instantaneous wisdom. Wisdom that is absolutely stainless and clear like space.